today, so it's just the overhead. So hello everyone. So I arrived in my studio all of about 7 minutes ago. So to say that I haven't prepared is to be an understatement. My mum just came out of hospital yesterday after having a knee done, so I've been staying at her house looking after her, so I thought I'd just nip back for a meeting and just do my Facebook Live. So this is really off the hoof. Is that what you can call it?
Off the hoof.
Off the I'm just mixing my metaphors. And so I'm just grabbing a few little bits. I've got some lace here. I've got a bit of sari silk. This is what I have at the side of my desk. Actually, I've got these 3 little suitcases. And one. This is that's Alfie. This is my ribbons. I've got a small one with my string, and I've got a big one with my lace.
So you can see comments
attached.
now.
Thanks very much. Hi Jill. Hi Andrea. Hi Maggie. Hi girls. Hi Teresa. So we launched these fabulous stamps last week, and I am just so in love with them. They are just absolutely delicious. Beautiful William Morris designs, or similar to, my inspiration for. So we've got all of these and the little bird, and then we've previously, oops, that belongs on there, and then we've previously had these as well, which of course fit beautifully in with the whole set. So I thought I'd have a play with these, and I had no idea what to do, so Alfie and Ella suggested have a look at the DT's samples, which is, I tell people this all the time, don't I? Have a look at the DT samples and see whether something takes your fancy, and just copy it and do your version of it. So I've pulled out Lorna's ATCs, which I thought were really nice, and I've also pulled out Kerry's tab, which again is just so me. But well, both of them are just so me. Little bit layering, little bit of ephemera. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna sort of head for, but obviously it's not going to turn out exactly the same. But thank you girls for the inspiration, Kerry Sturman and Lorna Angwin. You are stars. And yeah, so this is my version of their work. And so this is a great way, if you're stuck like me and you don't know what to do, then take your inspiration and try copying it. So these are the bits I had left over from last week. So I'm going to be utilising some of these pieces. But some are actually all that's got to go into a homework bundle for someone to have. That's for the Luscious. One of these can go in a homework bundle as well, can't it? Anything that I've got left over will go into a homework bundle for somebody. Okay, so I've got all those bits to play with. I've got some bits and bats there, and I've also got some cutouts as well. So again, anything that I don't use will go into a homework bundle, and I will give that away free with one of the orders that comes in. Right, so I've got a piece of watercolour card, and I'm going to have a little bit of a play and just make it like a masterboard, I think. But then I might we'll just see how it goes, shall we? Right, so I think this time, I was using a lot of dry product last time. So this time I'm going to wet my watercolour card. Nice and wet. And I'm going to flip it over and just wet the other side. Yeah, because I think last time we put some gesso on the watercolour card to get a different effect. So this time, I'll move those scissors out of the way. Pull my sleeves up. I'm going to do wet on wet. If you can hear the crunching in the background, that's Alfie munching his way through a super-sized bag of Maltesers. He has been sharing, haven't you, Alfie?
You're forced to.
Go on, go on. Come on, roll one over this way. Thanks. Good job I hadn't painted yet, isn't it? Yum. Nice. So this, oh, look at that colour. This is a translucent paint. It's our newest release. This is yellow ochre. Beautiful. Let's go with, oh, I'll put that on last. Of course, the blue, Viridian blue. Right, so the teeniest, tiniest bit goes a really, oh! I've just been attacked by another Malteser.
The last one.
Oh, he's given me his last Malteser. Thank you, darling. I love you too.
Got the dog's attention now.
Do you know that they make dark chocolate Maltesers now? You see, I love dark chocolate. It's actually my favourite dark chocolate. Oh, and look, you get this green. Sorry, just going off. ADHD strikes again. Look at that green. That's beautiful. And Duke thinks I'm talking about him when I say that's beautiful, because he suddenly comes right up to me and says hello, don't you? Don't you, my little darling? Yes.
Leslie says, is that new colours?
Yes, it is new colours, Leslie. So this is the new Viridian blue. Isn't it just to die for? Let me just give that a bit more of a squirt. I want that to be sort of really runny and pale. Obviously, we've used the teeniest, tiniest amount. And I'm just going to go a little bit.
I think we might have to do small packs of Maltesers in with orders, because everybody seems to love Maltesers.
Everybody loves. Well, we could do Maltesers actually in winter time, because...
What's wrong with...
Well, you can't do them in the summertime because they'll all melt, won't they?
Now's all right, yeah.
Right, so should we have a little bit of red oxide? Let's... Oh, look at this. So I've got a wet brush and I'm just going in with a teeny tiny bit of red oxide. And oh, it's getting a little bit muddy around that blue, so just be careful around the blue. So let's have a teeny tiny bit of that here. Don't want that to mix in too much. I suppose it could mix in with the yellow ochre, couldn't it? Oh yes, that looks gorgeous. That's sort of like a deep apricot peach, isn't it? In there. And I don't really want to see brush marks on this, so I just want this to be a little bit... Oh, now you can see all my fingerprints. Okay, well, let's just live with that. So that's nice. I'm going to leave it at that because I'll come back with some burnt sienna, a darker colour later on. Clean my brush. And let's just give that a blast and see what happens. Dukey, you can't have Maltesers, darling, because they're not for doggies. Okay, so that's dried it off. It's also burnt off some of the pigment, which is what happens when you use a heat gun on any paint. I'll just put that in a little bit. I've overheated it somewhat. But that's a nice start. Okay, so voucher de door. Actually, I've got this here. I haven't used this in ages. This is a geocircle. Alfie, please give Duke a biscuit because his nose is right next to my elbow. He keeps nudging it.
Come on, come here.
Okay, so shall we go for? Should we go for black, or should we go for? Let's go for like a deep brown then. Fallen leaves, which is quite unusual for me to go dark. And let's just pop that there. Ooh, yes, like that. And let's just have a little bit over here as well. Okay, that's a geocircle. It's on an A6. I can't remember what else comes with it, but it's just a fabulous stamp. I just love it. I don't know what the laminate is, but that's fine. And then let's see, I've got this to hand. So this is mindfulness number 3, but I like these circles that you get with it, and the splatters as well. So let's have a few splatters, shall we? Where did I just put my? I just have them in my hand. Okay, where have they gone? Thin Lizzie's. This is ridiculous. They were right in front of me. Oh, there they are. Thanks, Alfie. Yeah, right in front of me. Let's put them there. And I won't lose them again. I'll have a small one. In fact, I'll save that for later because I really should do splatters last. Let's do this circle from mindfulness. This one here, mindfulness number 3. And let's stick with this this lovely sort of brown colour. This is fallen leaves. Oh, that's a little bit strong there. That'll do. That's nice. And let's do one of these. These have got words in them. I've put just arty type of words in with them. And this one I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to come in the middle of that one. And then maybe here and maybe there. That's a bit random, very, very random. Not sure whether I like that, but I'm going to just keep going. Okay, so what have we got here? Let's go with some collector's editions, and I don't think I want cogs, I want, oh, here we go. I know I always go for this one, but it is a favourite, Alpha number 22. I just really, really like it. Let's just get a little bit of overlaying going on here. So I'm stamping off so it's not too dark. There we go. See, that ties it in a little bit. That looks a little bit better for me. And then I need something like some French script or something like that. Let's see what we've got here. We've got bubbles, no. We've got darts, should we go for that one? Chicken wire. Oh, we've got that one, which is sort of loose. Oh, or the matrix. I know, I know, I use this all the time as well. No apologies, because I love it. Right, let's stick with this. Let's see how that looks. So it's upside down, so let's just tie this in here. And let's just tie these in. Not holding it very straight.
Lucy's asked, what's an ATC?
Oh, sorry, an ATC is this size. And basically, it was originally it came from being a business card that artists would give to each other. So it would be a little piece of their art and their details on the back. So instead of giving business cards as such, they would actually give an artist trading card. And it was called a trading card because you would swap with other artists and you would end up with a lovely collection of lots of other people's work. And it's 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, so about the size of a normal business card. So you can do it on normal card, or I've got some grey board here, or a piece of MDF Medite, whichever you want to do. But the lovely thing is you must not sell them, and they must be just given with love. And there are lots of places, and we do it as well, that do an ATC swap. So every month there is a little theme, and you would make a set of 3 ATCs, and then you would swap with another person, and that is your ATC. So what I'm going to do next is just put these away for now, and I just need to chop these up into round about the same size. Have you got something you can talk to everybody about, Alfie, while I just go and chop these behind me?
The price of small bags of Maltesers is absolutely ridiculous. A small bag of Maltesers, a fun-sized bag of Maltesers, it's 50p wholesale. Can you believe it? I can't believe it.
That is outrageous.
It is outrageous.
Totally outrageous. I mean, really. 50p?
I'm still tempted to do it, but you know.
It would make a lot of people very happy.
It sounds like it would.
But 2.5 by 3.5 I said, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
But I get what you mean. Could be quite expensive, giving everyone a little bag of Maltesers, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cutting these into 3.5 by 2.5 inches.
Yeah, like Mel says, we'll have to actually open them and just decant them into smaller bags.
Yeah. Okay, so I've chopped all those up. Thanks for your patience with this, because I know that normally I am organised, but as I say, mum's come first. Okay, so let me just put one piece of paper, scrap paper, on here, and let's see what we've got. So that's good, because we've got some with a lot on and some with just little bits on. I like that. That works good. And we've got different colours coming in, which is lovely. And we could actually put a little bit more paint on there, couldn't we? I love the way this is spidered out, actually. Let me move those up a bit for you. Have I knocked the camera? Hang on. Sorry about that. I must have head-butted the camera at some point. Yeah, I think it would be good to have a little bit of a deeper, because I desperately want to use this.
Lorna says, I'll bring you Maltesers instead of gin. No, don't do that.
No, don't do that, Lorna. Did Did you hear the panic in our voices? Please don't do that. Please bring the Cornish gin. We absolutely adore the Cornish gin.
Alison has said, do you sell the hardboard MDF ATC size boards? I think we might have to do that.
Yes, yeah, we can do that, can't we, Alfie? So really, really like a bit of a water wash, and almost like just dip it in, I think would be really nice. There we go. And let's just see what happens when I dip one in. It might only just, yeah, just a bit of a stain. Let's do it a little bit deeper. It's such a lovely colour, that, isn't it? It's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going even deeper. Still loads of water in here.
Teresa wants to swap ATCs with you.
Okay, Teresa, yep, that'd be good. So it's a deal. So if you private message, what should we do? Email? Should do email. Okay. If you can email me, k@indigoblue.com, I will send you a set of, should we do a set of 3, like we're doing the competition? So not competition, in the swap.
Lorna's also said, has everyone seen the ATC theme for Feb?
No, I haven't seen the ATC theme for Feb. What is it, Lorna?
Well, I'm just going to have a look.
Alfie's just going to have a look for us. I'm going to leave that white space there. I think it looks really cool. And I'm just going to dab that corner in.
Theme for February is love.
Ah. I do happen to have a little heart on here. Look.
Love, as Lorna says.
Love. Is that a Barry White love?
If you like.
That's a little bit there, isn't it? I don't want it absolutely perfect. That's quite nice. I'm going to leave that. What about this one? Put that one in. And how about if I do this one? Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's just go for it. I like it when it's not as much paint and you get more of a jaggedy edge, which is good. So let's just go back in with this one. Yay, see, that's better, isn't it? Much, much better. There, you can see it's more broken up. That's gorgeous. That's lovely, like that. Let's move that. Let's move this. That works. Oh, I didn't do anything with that, but that is pretty. Mind you, I have got 7, so that could just go one on its own somewhere. Okay. And then what I could do, possibly, is take a little bit more of that burnt umber, which is, I mean, that wasn't even a grain of rice. Okay, and then I can just sort of smooch around the edge so that I get not a perfect edge. I don't want a perfect edge. I want it sort of a little bit messy, a little bit grungy. And where the wet paint is, that will make it spread a little bit.
Maggie says, is that the ugly duckling you've used?
No, it's not. This is the new burnt sienna, which is just delicious, really beautiful. Because we've gone with doing some artist colours. So we have, let me, just behind you, Alfie, is the paint swatch that I made. So I'll show you the swatches. So this came about because my friend Mike Deakin, as you know, wanted some proper artist colours, and he was bugging me for ages about getting these made. No, he was very polite, but he did say you need to get your finger out, Kay, and make these. So I did. So we have a lovely collection of Renaissance colours, and they are all sort of artist colours. Now these are still the same base as all of our other paints, so you can still use them on fabrics and metal, plastic, all of those different surfaces, wood. So don't worry, you can still do all of that with these. They're exactly the same as all the others. They are in a translucent base, which is lovely because then you can actually layer them up, which looks absolutely fantastic. Put that to one side, I'll do that as a spare. Right, so Teresa, who I'm doing the swap with, so you just need to email me your address, your postal address, with your postcode, and I'll send these to you. Right, so these are the new Renaissance colours. They're amazing, aren't they? Look at that. This is just one coat as well. As you can see, they're translucent. Yellow ochre, viridian blue, a sort of greeny, turquoisey, tealy blue, terre vert, which is like a lovely mossy green, Roman purple, which is not in your face, but it's just so beautifully magenta purple, red oxide, absolutely classic, the colour that you get underneath painted and gilded work, and then your burnt sienna, absolutely gorgeous. So those are the 6 new colours, and they come in this 20ml set, and I think Alfie's got a special offer on those as well. I think you get all 6 for 20 quid, don't you? Yeah, I remembered a deal. Okay, so where are we now? Let's just get rid of that, and let's just go with this and see what happens. So I'm going to do Teresa a set of 3. Okie dokie. Right, where should we go from here? Let's have that nice sort of splash stamp. That would be good, wouldn't it? And let's have a little bit of that. So let's go back to that fallen leaves. There you go. And this is the same stamp set. This is Mindfulness number 3. Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, see, it's so much easier to put those splashes on after you've done everything else. Okay, so let me get my William Morris out. This is the one that's called Arts and Crafts. Let me just bring that up a little bit for you. That's a bit better, isn't it? Let's move that over. Put that there. And I want to bring in all my other little bits and pieces as well. So I think I'm just going to free stamp this. I don't know whether to do it in the brown or or what really. So go on, I will. I'll have a go. I was going to put a little bit of blue in, but I might do that on one of the other pieces. Let's get a scrap piece of paper. And when you're free stamping, I'll just sort of hold it in my hand rather than putting it on a block, and that way I can control it a little bit better. So let's just get rid of some of the ink, and let's just have a go at placing. Ah, yes, there we go. Placing a little bit just here, there and everywhere. Yeah, okay, that works for me. So I'm just holding it and pressing it down with my fingers, and then can you see you only just get like a slight impression with it, and I really like the way that works. I like that a lot, even though you get ink all over your fingers. And then just with a rag, just wipe off the excess, and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to use something. I bet it's going to be Warm Breeze, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. Why? Because I like Warm Breeze. Here we go. So let's again stamp it off on to some scrap to get rid of the majority of that, and then let's have that bit there. There we go. And a little bit down there, a little bit up there, and then the last one, I think we'll have some in this corner here, and maybe a little bit down there overlapping that. There. That's good. That William Morris one is gorgeous. That's called Arts and Crafts. It's such a brilliant stamp. I love it. Of course, you could have done that with, maybe I should have used two different ones. The Strawberry Thief would have been really nice as well, especially if you get the little bird in. I wonder whether I could do that. Let me try. So I'm just going to see whether I can press just that little bird in there. Yeah, there she is. That is lovely. And let's do the other one, facing the other way. So we'll have that one round about there. Yes, that works. That works for me. Lovely. Okay, rag. Give that a good clean. Okay, so that was Strawberry Thief.
So, sorry, I missed a question from Teresa, which is, what's the difference between artist colours and other paints?
Sorry, I was hoping the question was longer. I was just having a drink. Artist colours are just like the traditional, original artist pigment colours. Instead of calling them like Sleeping Beauty and stuff like this is like an internationally recognised pigment or tone or colour. So that if you were to buy an oil paint in yellow ochre, it would be very, very similar to this. It wouldn't be exact because, of course, this is an acrylic base and oil paint is oil paint. If you bought a yellow ochre in watercolour, again, it would be a very, very similar colour. So basically, you know what you're getting across the board. And these are like burnt sienna, red oxide, and yellow ochre, Viridian Blue. They're all sort of well recognised names. Okay, so I'm just going to start just having a little bit of a play. Let's put some of these to the test. So let's have a little bit of, let's just maybe put a little bit here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that there and some lace over the top, because I think that's what, yeah, that's what Lorna was doing. See how she's got a little bit of lace there, and she's got a little bit of text here, which I think works well. And I must admit I love doing that as well. So I'm just going to cut a tiny bit of this. Should we go with just a little bit? Yeah. And let's just have a tiny little bit of this is with grab and go, so this will stick the fabric down as well as paper and everything else. And I like it because it grabs quite quickly. Whoops, quick, move it before it goes. And you can just hold that down for a few seconds and that will grab quite well. Have I got the music paper? Yes, I have. Now, where are my tearing rulers? I think we'll go for these. Yes, I can tear paper, but sometimes I just want it to be in a straight line like that rather than going off at an angle. So I just tear it towards the ruler, and that gives me a nice torn edge. And then I think I just want that little bit there. See, it's just smidgens of colour. Also, I had all these lovely little bits, didn't I? So, oh, this is nice. This is lovely. Oh, we've got to have a bit of that. So let me get my tearing ruler, because that will just, if I don't tear that right, it'll just look a mess. Oh, you see, that's lovely, and it matches, sort of. Because I use the same VersaFine Stat inks to ink this up. There we go. Oops, I don't want that under there. And I think, what should we have for this one? Should we have a, oh, it's all wet, that. Let's have a little bird, or maybe a couple of those, or maybe just one. What do you reckon, Alfie?
Go on.
Just one? Just one little flower on there?
Just one.
Just one. Are you just agreeing with me just for the sake of it?
Yeah. Wendy says, do you clean your stamps, please, or not?
Yes, I use a rag to clean them. If they get really grunged up, I with ink and stuff, I use oh, it's not got a label on that, easy peasy stamp cleaner, and that will get rid of flitter glue, it'll get rid of adhesives, it'll also get rid of all your inks. If you get paint on your stamps and you don't wash them off properly, that's going to be pretty permanent, although you can get a toothbrush on them and that would work Okay, so that one possibly. This one, I think I need something else on here. So what have we got here? We've got lots of, this is lovely. I think I might take some of this. So let's just, and I might just go with, no, let's go with this bit, I think. But I think it also needs a little bit of lace underneath. Gosh, that wind's getting up a little bit, isn't it? So we will do that as well. And just so we've got some continuity, let's have a little bit of music paper perhaps. Yeah, so let's just get that glued down. It's not a storm on the way, is there, Alfie?
The wind, it was meant to be windy today.
Yeah. And then let's get that down. So this glue is good if you do flowers as well, because it grabs really quick, or quickly I should say. So hold it down for about 4 seconds. Then we could have maybe just the word fly, couldn't we? I've put all my cutouts in a puddle of water. That's not good. Or just keep flying, couldn't we? It's wet, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I'm just going to trim this down. Oh no, that's really bad.
Mel's asked, can you use Slap It On as glue too?
Yeah, you can use Slap It On as glue. If it's the thin one, Slap It On matte, or Slap It On fabric, but the Slap It On matte one is good for layering thin papers. If you want a glue, you really need to be using the Slap It On Super Thick, and that's a really good adhesive to have. Let me just take the edges off this.
Or grab and go.
Or indeed grab and go, which is an adhesive, but if you've got the super thick, you can use that as well. So I think we'll just put that on the right way around. Should I actually put it under? No, let's do this. This is a teeny tiny smidgen. I think this will go there. This one here. Just hold that down for a second. Okay, possibly, almost. It does need something else, but I don't know what at the moment. Okay, so what next? I guess I should do this one, and then it sort of goes with that. What have we got here? So again, I'm just rearranging things slightly differently, that's all. So let's see about this. That's under there. Get them nice and tight under there. No, because we haven't used that on any of the others, but we have used some of this. So where's my ruler gone? Let me just use a little bit of this. Sorry, overexcited doggy. I think Ella's probably just come home or something.
No.
Is it not? Oh no, it's too early for Ella, isn't it?
Maybe a bit.
Okay, we'll sort it out. Right, so this is going up here, sort of. This one is going behind here. We're also looking after my mum's dog as well. Well, she's been in hospital. And so there's 3 mad dogs chasing each other around the garden. But they're not mad. They're not mad. They're just overexcited. Just leave them out there to bark to their heart's content. There we go. And a little bit of lace along there. That's rather a lot of glow-kay. Let's put it that way round. There we go. So can you see what I'm doing is I'm just layering up really, really close together, and you can see that I've almost just obliterated the one before it, but that's what I want. I want just a tiny amount showing. Now this one, let's just bring these here. This one could have, but we've got a birdie there, so that doesn't seem to want to go. We could have half. Yes, let's do that. Let's have half a flower. Just on here. Should we colour that? Should we colour that in? A little bit of burnt sienna. Let's just do a tiny, tiny wash of burnt sienna. So let's get a really small, well, that's not a very small brush, but quite watery. And let's just put a little bit of brown in there. There we go. And I think just to tie it in, I'm just going to put some over the top of this yellow ochre, because then that'll just deaden it down a little bit and tone it in so it's not quite as bright. Lots of water. There we go. Yeah, we'll tone that a little bit, but I think it still needs something on. Oh yeah, let's go with that. There we go, and let's have a little bit of that burnt sienna on there and on the flower. Oh, it's not left. So this is exactly how I play when no one's here. So there's a bit of an insight into what I tend to have a play at when I don't know what to do. And just try some stuff out. I think that probably needs a tad of Viridian on there. Just a tiny tad with some water added, just to give that a hint. And of course with the burnt sienna on it, it looks, it tones it down, gives it that different tone to it. Oops, I'm throwing my paintbrush around. Okay, so we just need a little something. So I'm going in my little drawer here, and I've got all sorts of, I might need a couple of those. We've got bits and bats in there, and we've got my special bulbs. Some of those are far too big, but let me see if I can bring this out. There we go. So these bulbs I actually make out of old Christmas tree lights, and I wrap wire around them and then dip them in our ice resin, and that helps to stop them getting broken. Okay, just tip the whole thing out, that's probably better. Oh look, I found a gorgeous heart. Okay, so the other three I've got left, I think I need to make into a heart. So if you're still with us, Lorna, can you give me a swap with somebody else for February, please? Yeah, these are really, really nice. So I think this would be, nice to have something dangling here. And this is when I actually start faffing around and messing about for at least an hour with trinkets and little bits and bats and just faffing. See, I sort of find all sorts of little bits, and then I end up putting half of them back because they don't work. But I really like using, oh camera, that's appropriate for me, isn't it? Yeah, and then just faffing around. Right, let's make a decision and let's just go for it. Okay, bulb on here, yes, yes, no, blue. Ah, look at that, that's blue. There we go, that'll do nicely, thank you. So are we going to get a pokey tool and put that through here? Having a great time out there, aren't they, those dogs? Sorry guys if it's annoying you. Just drop that. Okay, so this little bead here was just painted with our metallic paint, wrapped round and then dipped into the diamond resin. See, there we go. I think that finishes it off. Do you think, Alfie? I don't think he's taken any notice.
Okay.
Yeah, is that all right? Okay, so that's that one done. We need something for here. I quite like the camera and perhaps that as well. That's good, so we will go for that, and we'll probably need a bit of string to go with this. It's got two things on it, really needs three. Okie doke, so that can go through here. So that can go through there, that can go through as well. Hopefully if I tie a knot in that it won't come back. So So let me tie right over left and under, and left over right and under. That's a reef knot. Will it come back out? Thank goodness. Oh, just tighten that up properly. There we go. And then this keep flying one. How about the little birdie? We don't need the string, I don't think. I don't know where I got this from. I think I just collect all these. Okay, that's not happening for me, so let's just trim that. I think it was off a label actually. Right, that can go through there. That one can go through there. I haven't put any, well, it needs to go the other way. I haven't put any silk on this at all. Does it need anything else?
No, that's nice. Good.
Okay, right. There we go. What time is it, Alfie?
It's time.
It's time. Okie doke. So they won't be in focus, but I'll bring them up and I'll take pictures of them before I send them off. So there you go. I think they look better in real life, I have to say. I hope that's okay for you. Is it Yvonne? Alfie?
Pardon?
Who am I sending them to?
Teresa.
Teresa, of course. Sorry, Teresa. So hopefully those are okay for you. I'll write on the back and I'll get those in the post to you. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for a little bit of a play. And I will do the other ATCs with a heart theme, with a love theme, I should say, for the ATC swap. Just a little quick one. On Saturday, I'm doing a lovely course with a number 3 journal course. This is what the sort of things we've been doing so far. It's on the website. You need to just use your own stash and just come along for a Zoom class on Saturday. No experience necessary. And then of course we have on the 17th of February, we're on Crate and Craft. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for the time to have a little bit of a play with you, to keep me company. And thanks to Alfie for answering all your questions. And lovely to see you all. Thanks ever so much. Bye now. Oh yes, I'll send all your love to Mum. Yeah, I hope she'll be getting better soon. She's just had a knee operation and a knee replacement, so she'll be fine.